What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MLB Tournament Plays video. I'm filling in for Adam Scherer here today. We're presented by PrizePicks per usual. It's one of the best sites you could possibly go to for all things props. You simply pick 2, 3, 4, or 5 player props. It makes it so fun and easy. NBA, MLB, NHL, no matter what sport it is, they'll have offerings for it. Use promo code Awesemo to get $100 first match deposit bonus. But again, we're talking some MLB on DraftKings here for the tournament plays strategy video here. Nestor Cortes, the first guy that I want to talk about right out of the gate. And there's no doubt about it. He's using a lot of deception, a la Johnny Cueto from the left side here to be successful in the early going of this season. Do I expect him to continue to have, what is the exact number? 66.7% whiff percentage with his sinker up against righties? No, I don't expect that. But I do expect that kind of pitch that falls off the map differently from his four-seam fastball, both averaging around 90.5 miles per hour. That pitch is just simply getting right-handed batters out. This is going to be a righty-heavy Kansas City lineup. And looking at the top pitchers tool, we're seeing him being a little bit underowned. Top 2 pitcher percentage of 17% on DraftKings. That's third best on the board behind Giolito and Montas. But he's only got 7.7% ownership. That's because of a 10K tag over on DK. That just kind of makes me wanting to ride the wave here with Nestor Cortes. I do expect some regression eventually, but as it stands right now, until these righties start catching up to these pitches that are breaking off of that fastball that only averages and tops out around 91 miles an hour, you're still going to see a lot of swings and misses in the near future. Next up for tournament pitcher, Adam Wainwright. This guy has been revelatory into his 40s, continuing to pitch very, very well. He gets an Arizona matchup, and that's really what it has more to do with for me. So far on the season against right-hand pitching, we're looking at Arizona with an 81 WRC plus. It's not good. They're near the bottom in baseball in just about every metric. They're even worse against lefties, but even against Adam Wainwright, there's no doubt about it. I think that there's some massive upside here. Another guy who's going about appropriately owned, top 2 pitcher percentage of 12.6%, 12.3% ownership, but you're going to get Montas and Giolito so popular on this slate. I'll definitely have shares of those guys, but I want to sprinkle in Adam Wainwright. Anytime you're getting a decent pitcher going up against this Arizona team, they've got to garner some interest. And Adam Wainwright just has been performing above expectations, sitting with a 24.2% K percentage in his, 17th year in the big leagues? I mean, it's just ridiculous. It feels like he's been there forever, even though he's, I guess, only been there since 2015. 40-year-old pitcher. Way to go, Adam Wainwright. Last guy, and this one I'm excited to talk about because it feels like he hasn't been on a main slate yet this entire season. He's one of my largest investments in year-long, in Dynasty. It's Hunter Greene. It's not fun whenever you're looking at a pitcher in Coors Field, but this guy has just electric cannon stuff. He throws nearly 100 miles an hour every time out with the fastball, 99 the average fastball velocity, throws in a lethal 86% or 86 mile an hour slider. He's throwing about 25% of the time. But the one thing about Coors is if you just throw it by guys, it doesn't really matter about the spin rate as much. And I feel pretty confident that Hunter Greene's going to be one of the best pitchers in baseball long term. And you're getting him at basically zero ownership. He's 6,500 on the DraftKings slate. I'll probably want to have some hedge stacks on the other side in 150 just to have some Colorado exposure. They're going a little bit underowned, even though they're not going to be part of my 3 stacks I want to talk about. But I feel as though just looking from the onset that you have to have some interest getting to a lot of Hunter Greene if he's going to be around 1% owned on this slate. He's just way underpriced, even though it is, of course, Coors Field. Now let's talk my 3 favorite tournament stacks here on the board to round out this video. My favorite stack, period, today is the New York Yankees. Anything that is not Cincinnati and the ridiculous value, DraftKings just didn't adjust anything with Cincinnati. Anything other than them is going to be contrarian. And you're looking at Chris Bubich on the mound here, going for Kansas City. The Yankees against lefties on the season, as you would expect, just killers. 127 WRC plus. Yeah, they strike out at a 25.9% clip, but we're looking at a 441 team slugging, 757 OPS, 203 ISO. That's second in the bigs, just behind St. Louis. I feel as though against lefties, that is, behind St. Louis, they're second in the bigs versus that handedness. Even a guy like Rizzo, who's just been on fire to start out this season, makes a nice addition. He will go very underowned compared to the rest of the batters in the stack. .290 batting average for him on the season, 8 home runs, 19 RBIs, a 1.098 OPS. Like, hello, Anthony Rizzo. Good to see you back here in the pinstripes. This team is just loaded. And if they're going to go under own, you have to just sign up for them here. I'm going to be making a pretty hard stance against Cincinnati, even though there's no doubt they are the most underpriced, best spot to get to on this slate. I'm just going to full fade on it with 25 other teams in the bigs in action. So the Yankees at the very top of the list of teams I want to get to. Second up, I am looking at this Houston team with positive leverage going up against Yusei Kikuchi, who's just been brutal in the early going of this season. Now, once upon a time, Kikuchi, back in his Seattle days, had the ability to miss bats. No longer. 15.8% K percentage and a 17.5% walk rate. Anytime you start seeing those walks go way, way up for a pitcher who isn't missing bats, you're looking at great stack potential. And Houston with Yordan Alvarez from the left side, I don't really care that he's going up against a lefty. Same thing with Kyle Tucker and Michael Brantley. These lefties, specifically against righties, they're going to always be popular, but I don't really care against Kikuchi. Giving up power to both sides of the plate, you start getting some guys. I wish we had Jeremy Pena batting up higher in the order. He was batting leadoff about a week ago, so be on the lookout for that lineup. I would love to get to him. 1 through 9, I think even a guy like Martin Maldonado with a 50% hard hit percentage, I don't expect that to continue for him, but 1 through 9, as it stands right now, a really good stack to get to here from the Houston side. And now, to round it all out, the Giants going up against Aaron Sanchez. This is the best pitcher's park in baseball, but anytime the Giants are going to be facing a righty, I'm going to have interest. You get guys like Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, high up in that order. You get the opportunity to play them as one-offs, as stacks, whatever you kind of want to do up against Aaron Sanchez, who just doesn't have it anymore. Only a 5.6% K percentage, 5.6% walk percentage here on the season. That's just in one appearance here. Only went 64 pitches there. But even last year, 16.7% K percentage. We're seeing the walks start to spike up. So a 9.6% there. So we can expect some negative regression of that 5.6% walk rate. I just don't really see Aaron Sanchez having that much to offer. Yes, it's a great pitcher's park, but if you get Jock Peterson, I don't know what's going on if he's going to be able to play here today, but specifically Belt, Crawford, even Wilmer Flores, who's been hitting the ball hard on both sides of late, normally a lefty killer, but Aaron Sanchez is just not a good pitcher at this stage in his career. He's never really had the K stuff, but this Giants team, I think their offense, Vegas believes in them with a 4.6 implied team total. I think we should too for DFS purposes. All right, those are my 3 top pitchers and 3 top stacks here for the 13-game MLB slate on DraftKings. Let me know below what you think of my plays. If there's anything specifically you'd like to add, anything that you feel is going to going a little bit overlooked, if you will, for tournament purposes. But check out PrizePicks. Use promo code Awesemo. You'll also get 1 free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum if you're a first-time user here at Awesemo just by signing up and playing over at PrizePicks. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck today.